Hello everyone, welcome back to the Year 11 methods, and today we're going to keep continue with the linear graphs and the equations. Um, Today we're going to talk about the gradient, which is the rise over run. If you understand what the rise over run means, imagine you had a coordinates which is x1, y1, x2, y2. Your gradient will be m will be linear with calculate with rise over run, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this is pretty important to put into your bound reference and make sure you guys understand this. So rise over run basically is the lines are representing your right angle triangle with the difference between y changes. And the run means like you what's the difference between each two coordinates, which is the x changes. And if this is a positive gradient, that means you are increasing the run. And then if the decreasing, which is you can say the rise are decreased, and but run always increasing. Um, so first thing first, we can say the negative gradient, which is from top left to the bottom right. And if this positive gradient will be from bottom left to the top right. So let's start with some examples. First thing first, you can say this is a 2 points, 0, 4 and 10, 0. So we say rise over run, which is we say what's the gradient. So gradient equal to rise over run, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So that equal to so we see, so you can choose in either way. It's x1, y1, x2, y2. So I choose this one is my x1, y1, x2, and y2. So which means 0 minus 4 divided by 10 minus 0. So which is, you can see that's negative. So minus 4 over 10. So if you say the simplest form will be negative 2 over 5. So that's your gradient. Another example, let's do maybe two questions first. So we're going to sketch in the graph. First thing first, we're sketching maybe question B. All right, so first thing first, we're going to try to make y equal to mx plus c. This is what I want to do. So first thing first, I let the y going to the right and the letter 6 going to the left. So which is 2x minus 6 equal to y. And you can see it's pretty close to the mx plus c now, so we can rearrange a bit. So y equal to 2x minus 6. All right, so now we have the gradient is equal to 2, which is positive, and negative 6 is your y-intercept. So which is 0 and negative 6. They will pass through this point. So now what we do is we're going to graph in our points. So first thing first, x and y. So this is a 0, this is a negative 6. So we say 0, negative 6 will pass through this point. And now we're going to substitution when x equal to 1. So when x equal to 1, y equal to 2 minus 6, which is minus 4. So when x equal to 1, so that equal to minus 4, which is around this part. So you can say 2 points. And we connect, that will be your linear. Perfect. Y equal to 2x minus 6. So hopefully that makes sense. 2 points to make a connection with the gradient. Yeah. Another two I want you guys to try out then. Maybe during this time you guys can have a look at it. So another thing is called form equation of lines. So it's called point gradient form. So which is, if you know the gradient and you pass through the 1 point, 1 coordinates, and you can using the point gradient form to find out your actually linear relation form. Another one will be the gradient y-intercept form, which is y equal to mx plus c. All right, so I'm gonna do some examples. So first thing first, we have a look at it. So maybe we do question C, and we do question A. Okay. So question A: if the gradient is 4, so we pass through the point 3, -7. So we say y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1. Perfect. So when x equal to 3, y equal to -7, that's the points to give us. And so y minus 7 equal to 4, so which is gradient equal to 4, and x minus 3. So plus 7 equal to 4x minus 12. So what we do is we expand the bracket, and then we move y. So we move y equal to 4x minus 12 minus 7. So y equal to 4x minus 19. So hopefully that makes sense. Which is another thing we can do the question C. So first thing first, we have a0 and 0 -4. So what we do is we're gonna try to find an equation. So we need to find out the m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So before we start, you need to know which form you need to use for the specific questions. Um, so for this one, we can start with finding the gradient. So which is we say x1 y1 x2 y2. So which is 0 minus 4 and 8 minus 0. So minus become plus, so it's 4 over 8, which is half. So we find out the gradient equal to half. So now we say y equal to half x plus c. So now we know the y-intercept, which is 0, -4. So we can say y equal to half x minus 4. And that will be your equation. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you guys can start doing exercise 1F. If you need any questions, anything you need to know, please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time.